Hello and Assalamualaikum and welcome to my presentation regarding all we need to know about gastroenterologists. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Aliya Binti Kenneth and my matric number is BM241100083. In this video, we will go through this list of content including gastroenterology, gastroenterologists, organs in digestive system, biochemical reaction in stomach, and gastroesophageal reflux disease. Starting with the definitions of gastroenterology, gastroenterology is the branch of medicine focused on the health of the digestive system, which includes the gastrointestinal tract. The gastrointestinal tract includes organs such as the stomach, intestine, liver, pancreas, and gallbladder. Next, let's know what is gastroenterologist. Gastroenterologist is a medical doctor who specialize in conditions affecting the digestive system and often perform procedures like endoscopies, colonoscopies, and other diagnostic tests to assess and treat gastrointestinal tract conditions. One of the specialists that specialize in this field is Dr. Ahmed Medir. He is a renowned gastroenterologist and endoscopic expert with an overall experience of 43 years in this field. He uses advanced endoscopic technologies to diagnose issues in the gastrointestinal tract, such as cancer, ulcers, and liver disease. He also conducts minimally invasive procedures such as gastroscopies, colonoscopies, and endoscopic retrograde cholangiopancreatography (ERCP) to treat conditions like bleeding, strictures, and obstructions. How can one become gastroenterologist? Gastroenterologists begin as general physicians. After they done 5 years of medical school, they need to complete another 3 years of medical residency. To become gastroenterologists, they complete 3 years of additional study after that. Then they receive a special certification. This certification designates them as experts in gastrointestinal diseases and conditions. It also qualifies them to perform certain exams and procedures that general physicians don't. Since gastroenterology treats conditions related to the digestive system, let's know the organs involved in the system. Starting with the mouth includes teeth, tongue, and salivary glands. The teeth break down the food into smaller pieces by mastication, while salivary glands release saliva, which contains the salivary amylase, to begin breaking down carbohydrates. Esophagus, a muscular tube connecting the mouth to stomach, transports food from the mouth to the stomach via peristalsis, which are wave-like muscle contractions. Next, the stomach has gastric glands. In the stomach, the food is churned into a thick mixture called chyme. Gastric acid and pepsin is secreted to break down proteins. The liver, organ that produces bile, breaks down fats, detoxify harmful substances from blood, and stores glucose as glycogen. The gallbladder stores bile produced by liver and releases it into the small intestine to help digest fats. Pancreas secretes digestive enzymes like amylase, lipase, and protease into small intestine to break down carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Moving on to the small intestine, a long coiled tube divided into 3 parts: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. When the chyme enters the small intestine, pancreas release pancreatic juice containing pancreatic amylase that breaks down starch into smaller sugars. In small intestine, there are presence of villi covered by epithelial cells that contain microvilli. There are also villi enzymes that are embedded in microvilli of the epithelial cells. These villi enzymes break down sugars. Followed by the large intestine, a wider and shorter tube. Here, water and salts are absorbed from the undigested food. In the large intestine, feces is formed and stored. Here, the bacteria broke down undigested carbs into short-chain fatty acids. The rectum is the final section of the large intestine that holds the formed feces awaiting elimination via defecation. And lastly is the anus. It is an opening at the end that controls expulsion of feces during defecation. Now we have come to the biochemical reaction in stomach. Chemical reaction that is central to chemical digestion is called hydrolysis. It is the process of incorporating water molecules into larger molecular structures. Here, water is added to large molecules to break it down into smaller parts for cells to absorb nutrients easily. The chemical digestion of proteins begins in the stomach. Once the bolus passes through the esophagus, it enters the stomach. A synthetic gland in the main body of the stomach secretes hydrochloric acid. One main purpose of hydrochloric acid is to create a hostile environment that destroys pathogens that enters the stomach through the mouth. Its other key purpose is to denature proteins that help enzymes break them down. Pepsin is the enzyme in the stomach that breaks down proteins into peptides and amino acids. As you can see the diagram on the right, muscular contraction of stomach walls mechanically digest food. And then the gastric juice contains hydrochloric acids, activates the pepsinogens, converting it into pepsin that digests proteins into polypeptides. Now that I have mentioned one of the biochemical reactions involved, what if there is an improper regulation of the hydrochloric acid in the stomach? What is the condition caused by this irregulation? Well, the gastroesophageal reflux disease is a common condition related to the irregulation of hydrochloric acid in stomach, in which the stomach contents move up into the esophagus. GERD can occur when there is an excessive gastric acid production, mainly hydrochloric acid, or when the stomach's regulation of acid is disrupted. Too much acid can cause damage to the stomach lining or be pushed back into the esophagus, a condition called acid reflux. Other than that, the GERD can also occur when there's a weak lower esophageal sphincter, the LES. LES is a ring of muscle that acts as a valve between the stomach and esophagus. It prevents the contents of the stomach, including acid, from flowing back into esophagus. In GERD, the LES is weak or relaxes inappropriately, allowing stomach acids to move into the esophagus, leading to irritation and inflammation. Symptoms of GERD include non-burning chest pain, which is usually located in the middle of the chest and radiates to the back. Next is the difficulty in swallowing and also shortness of breath. The diagnostic procedure for GERD include upper endoscopy, esophageal manometry, and also barium esophagram. Now we have come to the end of this video regarding all you need to know about gastroenterologists. I hope everything can be understood well, and I thank you for watching until the end.